At least 20 persons have lost their lives and several others have been injured after a major fire broke out in a private hospital in Bhubaneswar. The fire broke out in the ICU of the city's leading hospital. Over 50 patients were rescued from the dialysis ward and the ICU. About 24 fire tenders were rushed to douse the raging flames. The rescued patients were then shifted to the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Bhubaneswar. The Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, who visited the evacuated and rescued patients, ordered a Revenue Divisional Commissioner level probe into the incident. The Chief Minister also spoke with the Prime Minister, briefing him about the efforts going on in the treatment of those injured. The Prime Minister expressed shock and asked the Union Health Minister to extend help. Meanwhile, the Union Health Minister JP Nadda also assured of all necessary help from the central government in helping those who were rescued from that blazing fire in Odisha. The fire broke out at also a plush maker's tower near Nariman Point in Mumbai earlier today. 2 people are dead, 11 others sustained injuries. According to the report submitted by the Mumbai Fire Department, the 20th and the 21st floor are completely gutted and it belonged to industrialist Shekhar Bajaj. All members of the Bajaj family were rescued immediately and there were 8 members who were evacuated after the fire tenders reached the spot. The row over the Ram temple erupted after ruling Samajwadi Party decided to construct a Ram Leela theme park in Ayodhya. The UP cabinet has approved the use of red sandstone at the under construction site. Meanwhile, the BSP chief Mayawati criticized both the BJP and the Samajwadi Party and said decisions were taken only for electoral gains. A top Samajwadi Party leader says the Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav is the party's official chief ministerial candidate for the upcoming polls. After a threat that was issued to Karan Johar's Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, producers, which include Mukesh Bhatt and 4 other members from the Film and Television Producers Guild of India, met the Joint Commissioner of Police to appeal for peace. Meanwhile, filmmaker Karan Johar is receiving tremendous support from his colleagues ahead of the release of his film Ae Dil Hai Mushkil that stars the Pakistani actor Fawad Khan. The Mumbai Film Festival also found itself in the eye of a storm after they included a Pakistani old classic film, Jago Hua Savera, in its special section. The organisers were made to cancel the screening of that film. The last rites of Sepoy Sudhish Kumar was held in Sambhal earlier today. The father of the Jawan who was martyred wants more surgical strikes to nip terrorism in the bud. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar says the RSS ideology inspired Prime Minister Modi and him to carry out the surgical strikes across the line of control. The number of passengers travelling from Kashmir to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir has even dropped sharply after the recent ceasefire violations. After Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi met the President Pranab Mukherjee at his residence at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, this is the first time that the leader has visited India. Ministry of External Affairs says that the Prime Minister has applauded his Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina for her initiatives in tackling militancy and terrorism during their bilateral meeting. A trade body in Gujarat urged people to boycott Chinese products to boost small and medium local industries. The British government will extradite an Indian national who is accused in the post-Gothra riots case in Gujarat in 2002. The accused had jumped bail and fled to the United Kingdom and was arrested just last week. 9 Maoist rebels surrendered with their arms in Jharkhand. The rebels belong to the outlawed People's Liberation Front. The Gir Wildlife Sanctuary, which is the sole natural habitat of the Asiatic lions, reopened for tourists after a 4-month gap. An FIR has been launched against the organisers of the religious congregation in Varanasi in connection with the stampede that killed 25 people and injured over 100. Just 2 MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party have submitted their response to the Election Commission in the Parliamentary Secretary Rao. The Election Commission has set a deadline for 21 MLAs to file their response. Gujarat Aam Aadmi Party chief and MLA Gulab Singh, who was arrested in Surat on the day the party chief Arvind Kejriwal was scheduled to address a rally, has now been shifted to the capital. There seems to be no let-up in the increase in dengue and chikungunya cases in the national capital. Reports are saying that at least 300 people have contracted dengue, while 700 are being treated for chikungunya just last week. Police in Gurgaon have busted a sex racket operating from Gurgaon, and the 2 foreign women and 10 others have been arrested for running the trade from a guest house. Workers of a trader in Shakarpur had hired a stuntman to loot the trader of over 33 lakh rupees. One of the workers has been arrested and has confessed to the crime. The rescue operations at the Plush Makers Towers has finally ended. That incident left 2 people dead and 11 injured. Supreme Court has extended the stay granted by the Bombay High Court to hear an appeal against its decision to lift the ban on entry of women near the Sanctum Sanctorum at the famous Haji Ali Dargah till the 24th of October. 2 persons, including a former operator, were arrested in connection with the murder of a 60-year-old RTI activist. The police believe that a land dispute was the main motive behind the murder. A BJP leader was waylaid when he was refueling his car and was shot dead in Pune. Tensions erupted after the killing of the leader as the BJP protesters then took out a protest march. In an effort to make Maharashtra a drought-free state, the Pani Foundation, an organization working for watershed management set up by Bollywood actor Amir Khan, will now conserve the precious resource in 30 tehsils. After HRD panel claimed that Rohith Vemula was not a Dalit, a video of the research scholar stating that he was a Dalit but had taken admission under the general category has now surfaced. After he lost his claim over the scheduled tribe status, the High Court has now ordered the former minister to return all the salaries, perks and other monetary benefits that he received as the MLA. A techie from Bengaluru on Sunday launched the trekking Tirumala Hills on his knees, demanding that the Prime Minister led government to confer special category status to the state of Andhra Pradesh. The YSR Congress has demanded compensation for crop loss and a loan waiver for farmers. The party slammed the Chief Minister for ignoring the problems of the farmers in the state. A 2-year-old child prodigy is enthralling everyone in the city of Hyderabad as she remembers the names of all the countries and their capitals as well. With pressure mounting on Siddaramaiah over the flyover matter, the Chief Minister took an assessment tour along with his cabinet members. Hundreds of workers of the BJP and its ideological mentor RSS who marched towards the Police Commissioner's office called off their protest over the murder of an RSS activist after the police assured them action. Union Minister Sadanand Gowda has taken the fight for justice to the deceased RSS worker online. The minister has changed his Facebook profile picture demanding justice. 5 police teams are looking for the attackers who rode a black Pulsar bike and had their faces covered with helmets. In fact, the police say that they are investigating all possible motives. Keeping its pressure on the ruling AIADMK over the Khabare conflict, a 48-hour rail roko agitation has been called by various farmers' organizations. Protests continue in Tamil Nadu demanding that the union government set up the Khabare Management Board in order to resolve the 100-year-old dispute. In fact, MK Stalin led a procession at Perambur at Chennai, even as scores of political workers belonging to the DMK, the left and parties of the MDMK staged the rail roko at various places. Opposition DMK leader MK Stalin says that the AIADMK IT wing had joined hands with the cybercrime branch of the police and are falsely persecuting DMK cadres for spreading rumours about Jayalalitha's health. Metro water tankers in the state will be speed governing devices to see that vehicles don't speed over 50 kilometres. This after a speeding tanker rammed into commuters, killing 3 girls last week. Kerala Assembly resumed its session amid the nepotism row. Opposition leaders staged a walkout demanding the probe against the Chief Minister as well. Over 31,000 persons have been bitten by stray dogs in the last 3 months in the state of Kerala. The Health Minister has told the Assembly that steps are currently underway to ensure that strays are administered with the anti-rabies vaccine. Supreme Court has summoned Justice Kadju, who had criticized the Supreme Court for its judgment in the Soumya rape and murder case. The Apex Court had exonerated the only accused. The state police chief will monitor the probe into the killings of a CPM and RSS worker in Kannur. The police chief says that there was no political pressure. Tobacco-free Kerala, a state-based outfit, has appealed for the highest tax on tobacco to the GST Council. The government has dismissed the communal clashes during the Durga Puja festivities. The government says that some stray incidents occurred at 3 places but it was a result of personal rivalry. The Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has announced a CID probe into the mysterious death of Jadavpur University alumni Meeta Mondal. The Chief Minister says that the process to hand over physical possession of land at Shingur to farmers will begin from Thursday. The apex court had struck down the land acquisition by the left front government. A girl was allegedly raped as she was returning from an immersion site in North 24 Parganas. Her acquaintance raped her while she was on her way back home. A hospital was vandalized after a woman died due to the post-delivery complications. The woman's family and locals ransacked the entire hospital and even manhandled the police. Iraqi forces with air and ground support from the US-led coalition launched an offensive to drive Islamic State from the northern city of Mosul, which is the last major stronghold of the Islamic State. Refugee agencies are now bracing themselves for a complex humanitarian effort in the battle for Mosul. NatWest Bank has frozen the accounts of Russia's state-run broadcaster RT. An MP from Russia's ruling party has said that the country's parliament will demand an explanation from the United Kingdom. Several people were injured and some were missing after blasts at two German chemical plants owned by BASF, and this has now forced the world's biggest chemicals company to shut down. A bridge connecting two small islands near the Indonesian resort island of Bali collapsed, killing 8 people and injuring 34 others. China has launched 2 men into orbit in a project designed to develop its ability to explore space. The police in Texas shot and killed a woman after receiving a call from a husband who said she had a weapon. When confronted, the woman tried to shoot the police officers as well. A ferry sank in a river in northwestern Myanmar, killing at least 32 people with scores missing. About 150 people had been rescued from the river in the Sangyang region after the ferry capsized. Australian casino giant Crown Resort says China has detained 18 of its employees, including 3 Australians. The arrests have sent gaming stocks tumbling on concerns about their strategy for luring Chinese gamblers. The Thai princess Maha Chakri went to the Grand Palace to pray for the late king. Prayer started before dawn at the palace, where the body of the king is being kept. High school students from New York took part in a pumpkin throwing competition. Pumpkins were launched into the air using various devices. A Japanese dating company, which has enforced strict mask-only rules, says they have introduced the masks during the first date. A mother humpback whale received the assistance from the SeaWorld rescue team to free her calf, who was entangled in the shark control netting in Australia. A wildfire fanned by high winds destroyed 23 homes in a wooded area in northern Nevada. A mountain property belonging to the owner of a very famous brothel was also damaged. Supreme Court once again gives the BCCI time to implement Lodha reforms after the board says that it needs more time to get various states into the list. BCCI President Anurag Thakur had also denied asking for the ICC's protection versus the Lodha reforms, saying that the president merely wanted the former president to clarify his stance. Indian football team captain Sunil Chhetri asked the nation to support his club Bengaluru FC as they chase a historic final berth in the AFC Cup. Having becoming the second fastest bowler ever to bag 100 wickets in Test, Pakistani bowler Yasir Shah thanked the Indian spin king R. Ashwin for encouragement. Aussie tennis player Nick Kyrgios has been banned for 8 weeks for his conduct during his defeat at the Shanghai Masters, in which he appeared to have thrown points and getting into a confrontation with spectators. Californian Brendel Steele birdied the final 3 holes to snatch a one-stroke victory at the Safeway Open. Priyanka Chopra, who faced criticism for posing in a t-shirt with controversial remarks, has apologized for hurting the sentiments of people. She says that she feels horrible about it. Actress Sunny Leone, a vegetarian, says her doctor has told her to keep away from alcohol, dairy products and spicy food. Bollywood singers and musicians have mourned the death of the film's industry's unsung hero, K.C. Lord, who was not just a popular multi-instrumentalist but was also one of R.D. Burman's closest associates. A never-before-seen footage of singer Miley Cyrus's 2014 London concert captures her racy performance, and that video has now surfaced online. After months of speculation, actress-singer Hilary Duff has confirmed that she is dating her personal trainer, Jason Walsh. Rapper Azealia Banks has accused actor Russell Crowe of physically abusing her and has also claimed that he had allegedly passed a racist remark. The British rock band Coldplay's maiden gig in India as part of the debut edition of the Global Citizen Festival will raise funds for orphans across the country. An MOU was signed between the state government and mobile phones major Samsung for setting up a manufacturing unit in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Microblogging website Twitter has introduced a special emoji for the 10th season of the reality TV show Bigg Boss. When people tweet using hashtags, the eye symbol of the show will be activated next to the hashtag. Personal computer major HP unveiled its next generation premier laptop lineup to address customers at home and on the go. Chinese smartphone maker JNUSU launched a new smartphone, P7 Max, in India. The smartphone comes with a 5.5-inch HD IPS display and is powered by octa-core processor. Panasonic launched a new smartphone, Iluga Tap, with a faster front fingerprint scanner. The smartphone features a powered by quad-core processor with a 2 GB RAM.